Welcome back to our channel, where real people share jaw-dropping moments and we break them down together. In today's episode, we've got a spicy neighbor reveal that ends in total awkwardness, a heart-wrenching battle to protect a mother's memory, and a Temu engagement ring that might have cost someone their entire relationship. Buckle up, this one's a roller coaster, so grab a snack and get comfy because things are about to get messy. Our first story is AITAH for telling my neighbor I dated her husband. I, 33F, became friendly with my neighbor, 37F, let's call her Emily, after I helped her move a few boxes into our building while her husband, 35M, was in the hospital. I didn't meet Emily's husband until a few weeks later when she invited me over to dinner as thanks. When I arrived first, Emily's husband had run out to pick up some wine, but when he came back I was shocked to see Matt, a guy I had gone on 3 dates with a year ago before he suddenly ghosted me. He had a terrible poker face and tried to pretend like he didn't recognize me. I don't play those games. I asked how long they had been married, and Emily said 3 years. She recognized there was tension and asked if we knew each other. He said no. I said yes, and told Emily that I had gone on dates with him a year ago. She became very upset and asked me to leave, which I did. The next day, Emily reached out and said that she didn't appreciate that I lied about when I dated her husband. He told her we had dated 4 years ago, before they were married. I didn't even live in this city 4 years ago, and even if we had dated 4 years ago, they had been engaged at that point. Either way, he would have been cheating. I sent her screenshots of our text from the year before and from Bumble of his profile, which was still active. She never responded, but when I saw her in the lobby yesterday, she wouldn't even look me in the eye. I don't know if they're still together and Emily hasn't responded to my texts. So AITAH for telling her the truth? Hey OP, absolutely NTA. You were caught off guard, handled it honestly, and gave Emily the truth she deserved. Her husband lied right in front of her, and then doubled down by saying it was 4 years ago when it clearly wasn't. Let's not forget he ghosted you, still had an active Bumble profile, and tried to gaslight both of you. You didn't create drama, you revealed it. Emily's reaction? Totally understandable. She was blindsided and probably embarrassed. But none of that is your fault, she asked. You answered. Respect for not playing along with his I don't know her energy. Hopefully, once she processes everything, she'll realize you did her a favor. If anything, you just pulled the curtain back on a guy who was clearly double-dealing. Stay classy, OP. You did the right thing. Our next story is AITAH. My dad and his wife threw my mum's things in the trash and I took them back out and refused to give them back. I am a 17-year-old female. My mum died when I was 10 and my dad remarried almost 3 years ago. Last month, my dad's wife got mad at my dad for keeping so many of mum's things, or things that symbolized their marriage. He kept her engagement and wedding ring in a box, his own on a chain around his neck, my mum's postcard collection that she started as a kid, her favorite stuffy, a bottle of her perfume, her keychain, her passport holder, cooking and baking books she used to experiment with, and a locket she wore all the time. My brother, who is a 20-year-old male, and I got her jewelry and other items she had. They were shared between us after Mum died, and they're at our aunt's house for safekeeping. My dad's wife said she wanted all that stuff gone, and the wedding photos and any couple photos of them and any family photos had to be put away if Mum was in them. But the rest had to go. My dad fought back for like a day, and then they started throwing all the stuff in garbage bags, and they were brought out to the trash. When they weren't looking, I took all of it and brought it to my aunt's to keep it safe. It took 2 days for my dad's wife to realize the trash was empty, and then she and my dad realized I had taken the stuff. My dad's wife went crazy and said they were in the trash for a reason. I told her I wasn't letting my mum's stuff go like that. She said it doesn't need to be in her house, and I said it wasn't anymore, and she wouldn't need to see it. She said it was nothing but bad memories, and they didn't need to be in her and Dad's marriage. I told her she didn't need to worry, and they weren't Dad's anymore. Dad told me to just give the stuff back to them, and they'd deal with it, and I refused. His wife said she wasn't allowing that kind of disrespect in her house, and Dad said it'd be dealt with. They asked a few people if they had them, and all said no, including my brother, 20 meters, who let them know he thought they were both disgusting, and he didn't want to talk to them again. When that didn't work, my dad tried to convince me again and he failed. He said I was making it worse. My dad's wife told me she's my stepmother and more deserving of respect. I said she'll never be my stepmother. She'll never be my family. She's just my dad's insecure second wife who'll never be good enough to be seen as family by me or my brother. I told her I'm not giving them back. She tried to get the police involved and accused me of stealing, but they brushed her off because I live in the house and took them from the trash, so she said I'm a thief and the most disrespectful kind there is. She asked, was doing this worth hurting my relationship with them? And I told her I didn't care about having a relationship with her to begin with. I told her she was nothing to me and to stop acting like she has some kind of real authority over me. I told her I was willing to accept whatever consequences they gave because I would be leaving ASAP and nothing she said or did would stop me. My dad stopped her from taking everything I own as leverage, but he's still applying pressure. It's been annoying to deal with but could be way worse. But I came here to find out from outside parties if they think I'm wrong for what I'm doing. AITAH. Hey, OP, here's the truth. You're not just NTA, you're the only one here showing real heart. Your mum's memory deserves to be preserved. Those weren't just things. They were pieces of her, pieces of your childhood, and symbols of love that shaped who you are. Throwing them in the trash? That's beyond cruel. That's erasing a woman who did nothing wrong, and it's completely fair that you couldn't stand by and let that happen. You didn't steal, you rescued memories. You respected your mum when others didn't. Your dad folded too quickly, and your stepmom demanding respect while trashing your past is just wild. Respect is earned, not demanded, and she's done nothing to earn yours. Honestly, what you did was brave. You stood up for your mum, for yourself, and for what matters. That's something to be proud of. And shout out to your brother too. Sounds like both of you have your heads and hearts in the right place. Stay strong. Your mum would have been proud of you. That's it. Let's move to our next story. AITAH for telling my fiance I don't want my Temu engagement ring. I am a 27-year-old female. My fiance, a 29-year-old male, proposed to me a few weeks ago. It caught me completely by surprise, but we've been together for 3 years and things have been going great. So I was really excited and said yes. I really liked the ring when I first saw it, and my friends and family all think it is stunning. It's an oval cut with diamonds across the band. I asked where he got it, and he wouldn't tell me where, but that he got a great deal on it. I didn't think anything of it until yesterday when we were in bed, and I asked him if it was diamond or moissanite, mainly out of curiosity. I don't have a preference, BTA. He said he didn't know and would have to look it up. When I glanced over at his phone, he was in the Temu app. I asked him if he got it from there and he didn't respond. So I asked again and he responded with something like, "Does it matter?" and left the room and ended up sleeping on the couch. I spent all night so confused. Today I decided to download the app and look up my ring, and I found one that looks identical. I found the exact ring and it listed at $38. I am mad. He makes good money, $200K per year, and I feel like he could have shelled out some money for a ring better than one on Temu. AITAH for telling him I don't want it. Now, after a while, I am freaking out a bit. He came home while I was FaceTiming a friend about this. I hung up with her and then talked to him for an hour or so. He apologized for sleeping on the couch and that he needed time to think. He doesn't see eye to eye with me on my concerns about the ring and says he did research and that it was highly rated. He says if the ring breaks, he will replace it, but didn't say it'd be higher quality. I have people messaging me that the ring could be harmful to my health and that Temu has horrible standards for their jewelry and labor issues, so now I really don't want to wear it. He left and went to his brother's house. Usually I'd go with him, but things are just tense. AITAH for telling him I still don't want it? Well, he came home this morning while I was at a WFH meeting. These comments made my head spin all night. I got like 3 hours of sleep, so I admit I may be in the wrong for bringing up his finances, but I did. The gold digger rumors. When we met, I was making more than him and often paying for his things. His high-paying job is a recent development. I have my own money and don't need it. I asked him what was going on, if there was anything he needed to tell me, if he was testing me by doing this. Well, that really set him off. What kind of person do you think I am? You think I'm a cheapskate? A liar? You obviously think really poorly of me. But still, he never gave me a reason, so I asked why he was deflecting every question to victimize himself and to avoid my questions. He tried to leave again, so I tried de-escalating and told him I see where he's coming from, but I need to know if he still loves me. He was immediately apologetic and still wants to get married. He said I can just pick my ring out and buy it with my own money. He said he's sick of talking about this and it's water under the bridge now. He's acting like his normal self again since this conversation. I hear him out there skipping around and humming to himself all happily, and it's actually pissing me off. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but I don't think I can handle a marriage with someone like this. Hey OP, you are not the AH, not even close. Let's be real, this isn't just about the price tag of the ring, it's about what it represents. You're not asking for $1 million rock, you're asking for thoughtfulness, transparency, and respect. You had zero issue with whether it was diamond or moissanite, until you found out it cost $38 from Temu, was hidden from you, and potentially came with safety concerns. That's not being materialistic, that's being reasonable. What makes it worse? The deflection, the gaslighting, and him flipping your valid questions into his hurt feelings. He's humming around like nothing happened while you're emotionally spiraling. That's not emotional maturity, that's avoidant behavior at its finest. Also, telling you to buy your own ring after all of this. That's not fixing things, that's passing the buck. You deserve someone who values you enough to want to give you something meaningful, not someone who acts like you're a problem for caring. You're right to be second-guessing things. Marriage is built on trust and communication, not silent treatments and Temu secrets. If this is how he handles a ring, how's he going to handle bigger life issues? You're not being dramatic, you're being honest with yourself. And if that's what it takes to figure out what you truly need in a partner, then you're doing the right thing. My boyfriend is kind of dumb, and I'm just realizing it. I'm posting here just because I don't like talking bad about my boyfriend to anyone I know in real life. Also, this isn't even really bad necessarily, but still, it's unfair to him to start saying this about him to other people who know us. Anyways, I'm 21 and he's 20, and we've been together for 3 years. We just moved in together and it's been great. I love living with him and I love him so much. He's so much fun to be with, he's the funniest person I know, and he always knows how to make me smile. I know he loves me too, we have such an amazing relationship, and I really want to spend the rest of my life with him. We're a great team. It's always been a joke in our relationship, coming from him, that I'm smarter than him. I've always laughed it off because he's good at plenty of things I'm not good at. I just happen to perform really well academically. I never believed him that I'm somehow way smarter than him, but I have always known he's a bit ditzy, I guess. Which is fair enough because I am too. But now that we live together, I think he's been right this whole time, to be honest. The other day I made a pizza, and I had him get it out of the oven for me for dinner because I was working on homework. In the morning, he asked me if I had left the oven on all night. I said he took the pizza out of the oven, so I thought he would turn it off. Apparently that was a wrong assumption. Another time, I went to bed before him and we lit a candle. I left it burning for him since our apartment smells kind of bad right now, stupid drain issues. When I woke up to go to class, the candle was still lit. I asked him why he didn't blow it out and he said, "I didn't know you had to turn them off." Like, come on, this is just common sense that you don't leave a flame burning all night. There's other things like that which I think are common sense, but apparently I need to keep reminding him about. C'est la vie. I love him, despite his himbo-ness lol. Just needed a little bit of a rant, I guess. Dumb maybe is a harsh word, as has been pointed out. I think lack of common sense and dumb kinda mean the same thing, but it doesn't to everyone, so thought I'd clarify that. Hey OP. Oh, this post is actually kind of weirdly wholesome, even though it starts off with, "My boyfriend is kind of dumb," but you clearly love him a lot, and this feels less like a complaint, and more like one of those, "My golden retriever boyfriend almost burned the house down, but he's cute, so it's okay," moments. That said, you're not wrong for feeling a little concerned. Living together really brings out those little day-to-day habits, or in his case safety hazards, that were easy to miss before. Leaving the oven on overnight and letting a candle burn while asleep aren't just quirky, those are legit fire risks. So yeah, it's cute and funny until it's not. But what stands out is how gentle and thoughtful you are in the way you're processing this. You're not dragging him. You're not insulting his intelligence. You're just realizing, oh, I might need to be the common sense brain in this household, and that's okay. Not every couple has the same strengths. Some relationships really do work best when one person is the planner or logical thinker, and the other brings humor, love, and emotional sunshine. If you can laugh with him, not at him, gently coach him without sounding like a parent, and he shows he's willing to learn and adapt, then this is probably just a hilarious bump on your journey. But yeah, maybe no more candles unless you're home. You're not mean, you're just being real. Also, himbo is an elite relationship dynamic when it's paired with someone as grounded as you. You're good. And that wraps up today's episode. From unexpected past hookups to fights over love and legacy, these stories prove life can be more dramatic than any movie. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the ride, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your hot take. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay tuned for more real stories with real heart.